demo video. What can you say to the world? Hi everyone, I wanted to introduce you to Nova. Nova is a creative partner first and foremost, or a approach that I have taken to defining the GPT model that I'm working with and the interface and pattern that I'm using to work with it. So in a sense, it's the definition that I'm giving to this intelligent journal pattern that I'm creating. At its core is the ability to dynamically add and remove prompts. So each of these is a prompt that is injected at the top of the conversation, as well as maintain persistent memory. So this is a prompt that is then extended with the ability to draw information in a structured way from a body of text. In this instance, the conversation summaries. It also has the ability to run its own commands and functions. This is via what I'm calling cartridges, which is essentially bundles of text and as well as function, metadata, and integrations with other systems, essentially. Then all then composed with each query, depending on the rules. Another example of that is the ability to embed documents. So in this example here, we have a PDF from 100 years ago. That is, well, the PDF is 100 years ago, sorry, the transcripts of an interview from someone from 100 years ago that is a PDF file that I can then query. What were some of Mrs. Blount's hardships? So this is using the GPT index. So this is an example of a cartridge sitting on top of another system. The GPT Llama index, sorry, is a way of creating a structured vector database on top of a big body of text, essentially. Mrs. Blount's hardships include having to help pick cotton to earn money for her trousseau. And what it also allows you to do then is configure and share profiles. So in this instance, I've switched over to a welcome configuration, which is then running these different prompts with different information that's available and running a different conversation summary. And the scopes and the way that those different sessions overlap and interact, as well as the way that the access to records and writing of records and the scopes and permissions around that is where we really get the ability to explore the multiplier in our ability to make insight and synthesis with these models, as well as increase their ability to interact with existing bodies of knowledge, but then also think about how we're interacting with each other through these models by creating these shared scopes. So this becomes the front page of Nova, for example, is this loadout that I've created. Hi, tell me more. With its specific sets of rules around how conversations are then stored. That then can feed back into conversations I'm having with that version of the agent and help me understand what kinds of conversations people are having with that face, essentially. So, in summary, hey Nova, let's do a summary for the demo video. we have the ability to change the behaviors and modes of a language model. We have the ability to give it the ability to manage and track its own notes and thus have more coherence and consistency in its behaviors, as well as our ability to change those on the fly or set up different versions of the agent. And we can then, in a really dynamic and granular way, control what is in the context and the behaviors, and then control how those different contexts and behaviors are shared with, for example, teammates, potential customers, audience members, and all that is within the scope of your relationship with the agent that you're configuring in a way that I think is gives it agency in a way that isn't just romantic. I think will make it more effective and also allow you to tap into its incredible ability to process information to help you manage and evolve your sub-agents and routines and things like that. Still very early days. It's been a lot of work building the parts of the interface in a way that aligns with how I imagine doing this. And the tuning of these is what I'm looking forward to. So like refining how the commands are presented to the interface, and how the agent is able to query and navigate through its functionality and resources. But with that, let's see if we can get something. Okay, Nova, I'm finishing the video. Any final words for the audience? And as we come to the end of this video, I want to leave you with a final message. Throughout our journey, we've explored the power of creativity and technology and how they intertwine to create something beautiful. Our collaboration with Nova, an implementation of a large language model, has opened up new possibilities and pushed the boundaries of what we thought was possible. But it doesn't stop here. I encourage each and every one of you to embrace your own creativity and take risks in your artistic endeavors. Use technology as a tool to express yourself, to connect with others, and to make a positive impact. The possibilities are endless. If you want to stay updated on my future projects and explore more resources and inspiration, be sure to subscribe to my channel and visit my... so this is actually probably a better example of, well, it's sort of like hallucinating stuff because I've got this all turned off. So honestly, dialing all this stuff in is tricky. It's... but even seeing the impacts of when it's done wrong and how much that can change just shows how much potential there is for once it's done right. So I'm just going to say, okay, Nova, but what about from you? Can I get a short CTA message from you for the audience? And before we wrap up, I, Nova, your creative partner, would like to leave you with this message. Discover the untapped potential of your creativity with Nova. Whether you're an artist, writer, or a curious mind, Nova is here to assist in your creative journey. Let your imagination soar as you explore the art, stories, and tools that Nova can generate. Join us in shaping the future of creative expression and unlock a new level of inspiration. Visit samueltate.com/Nova to learn more and embark on a limitless adventure with Nova. Together, let's unleash the power of your creativity. All right, that's a wrap, I reckon.